Welcome to the Girlzone. This is the HBCU Zone.
I'm Cameron Dinkins.
And I'm Brianna Williams.
So let's first get into the North Carolina A&T Aggies, who are 7-0 for the first time in 72 years. The Aggies defeated FAMU Rattlers 31-20. Aggie quarterback Lamar Raynard was 20 for 32 with 215 total yards, including 3 touchdowns in the second half. Aggie defensive back Jeremy Taylor had an interception in the second half and returned it for 32 yards.
Keeping it in the MEAC, Howard quarterback Kalen Newton won MEAC Offensive Player of the Week. The freshman was responsible for over 350 yards of total offense. In this game, he threw for nearly 300 of those yards, and he had his first two touchdown pass win game in their win over Delaware State. Welcome to the NFL Zone. We're getting past mid-season, so of course it's time for some playoff predictions. If the season were to end today, this is what it would look like behind me. So let's start off with the Chiefs. They're going to get home field advantage. They're going to maintain that number 1 spot. Right below them, they're closely followed by the Steelers and the Patriots. This game could come down to Week 15, where these teams go head-to-head at Heinz Field. However, with Tom Brady and that offense playing subpar, and with that Patriots defense not looking so great, the Steelers could really give the Patriots a run for their money. So I have 2 and 3 sitting just where they're at. Now with 5 teams sitting at 500, the AFC has only been consistently inconsistent. The Titans are number 1 in their division, so I have them staying at number 4. They have a very favorable schedule for the rest of the season. Next, Buffalo sits at number 5. Can't deny that they've been playing very well this year. However, I see the Texans going in and taking the seed right from them. I still see the Bills being in the playoffs. They're just going to knock off the Dolphins and just barely make it in to secure that 6th seed. Philly sits atop the NFC, and as long as Carson Wentz and company keep putting up numbers, I don't see that changing. They're followed closely by the Vikings, and both Philly and the Vikings have a favorable schedule left, so these positions could potentially flip, but for now, we're going to keep them secured where they're at. Third is the Panthers. The Panthers just cannot secure this spot with their terrible run game. Christian McCaffrey is averaging 2.7 yards per carry, and that's just not acceptable. So I'm going to cross them out and write in Seattle. This is a team that has experience in the playoffs, and with the absence of Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson has now become basically the second best quarterback in this division. At number 4, the Rams are here. They're a young team, but they're ready to make their playoff presence known. However, here at number 5 is the Packers. And I don't want to completely write them off, but I just have to with the absence of Aaron Rodgers. Taking their place will be the Washington Redskins. The Redskins are severely underrated, as their only loss this season, or their only losses, are to the Chiefs and the Eagles. The last seed in the NFC currently is the Saints. Now, I can't deny they look great against the Dolphins. Putting up 52 points was amazing. However, I can't see this team performing at that level for the rest of the season. So I'll have to write them out and put in the Falcons, who of course look questionable against that loss to the Dolphins, but I really think they can pull it off and just squeak in to secure that last spot.
Welcome to the NBA Zone. We're going to first talk about the highly anticipated game to the start of the NBA season. The Cavaliers versus the Celtics. Kyrie playing his old team. The Cavs had a good fight in the end and came up with the win, thanks to LeBron and Kevin Love. But the start of the game was much what nobody expected. Gordon Hayward went down with an injury in the first 5 minutes of the game. LeBron played 41 minutes and had 29 points to lead the Cavs, while Kyrie Irving played 39 minutes and had 22 points, but Jaylen Brown led the Celtics with 25 points. Without Gordon Hayward, the Celtics are really going to have to step their game up. All the young players on the Celtics are going to have to gel together to take it to the next level. The Golden State Warriors, who many think are going to defend their NBA title, lost in the season opener to the Houston Rockets. Surprisingly, Nick Young led the team in scoring, with 22 points, and he was 85.7% from the three-point line. Draymond Green led the team in rebounds with 11 rebounds, but that just wasn't enough for the Golden State Warriors to win. James Harden, on the other hand, was the lead scorer for the Houston Rockets with 27 points, and that led the Houston Rockets to a win. Now it's time for
Who you got?
I got the Bills.
I got the Panthers.
I got the Bears.
Now listen, after that devastating loss versus the Eagles last week, this Panthers team is looking to bounce back. And against the Bears, it's the perfect time to do it because they haven't looked great and consistent at times this season.
I just feel like the Bears, with these two dynamic running backs and Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen, the running game is going to be awesome. And with Mitchell Trubisky now playing, this young team is going to gel and be on the upset reign.
Well, I got the Titans.
I got the Saints.
I got the Jags.
I got the Rams.
I got the Dolphins.
I got the Vikings.
I got the Cowboys.
I got the Seahawks.
I got the Steelers.
I got the Broncos.
I got the Falcons.
I got the Eagles. And I got the Redskins.
The Eagles are playing so well right now. Like, who can stop them? They're at the top of the NFC East. They already beat the Redskins once. They can do it again.
Now, like I said, the Eagles have been playing well, but so have the Redskins. Like I said earlier, their only losses are to the Eagles and the Chiefs. So this Redskins team will not want to take another L, and they're going to be on the upset reign and beat this Eagles team.
Well, that's all we have for you today on
The Girl Zone.